Yes, we are back again. Welcome back to the show, Cover One crew. It is good to be here. Happy Monday to all. What a weird week it was this past week. We saw a lot of upsets, underdogs winning, guys not performing like the Bills. Like, what the heck was that offense? But we got to talk keep or trade. Who are we keeping? Who are we trading as we enter week number 7? Yes, we still got Monday Night Football between the Cowboys and the Chargers, so it is going to impact a lot of fantasy games today. But let's talk first. Adam Thelen on the board. I told y'all going back to the offseason with a rookie quarterback, Bryce Young, you knew they needed some veteran leadership, and Adam Thelen definitely was that guy, man. His rank coming into the season ADP-wise was wide receiver 53. Why did everybody fade the man? They thought he was washed. They thought he was done. I tried to convince y'all that the value to return on investment was going to be that much better, and it has, man. ROI right now is 49 plus 49 for an Adam Thelen. We got a feeling for Thelen because he's doing the business. He's doing damn well. 102 points right now. He is currently the 4th ranked wide receiver, half PPR leagues. You got to love, man. 59 targets. He's just making it happen, catching almost everything to come his way. He's finding his way into the end zone. He is a very hot commodity in fantasy football. So what do we do with Adam Thelen? Trade him and sell him on the high. I understand keeping him because, he's probably the engine that is moving your offense from your wide receiver spot. But if you are struggling like most of us when it comes to running back depth, you could absolutely trade Adam Thelen on the high and still get yourself a good running back one in return, man. Kenny Walker III is one of these running backs that we covet. He was one of my guys coming out of Michigan State. I love this guy's game, and he has proven it in the Seattle Seahawks offense that still is not utilizing a Zach Charbonnet as much as I had thought they might have at this point, but he's running too well. A Kenny Walker III. He was the ADP running back 16, ranked number 7 right now in half PPR. That's a +9 on the ROI right now, which is good. It's very positive. His trend is on the rise. The Seattle Seahawks at least are moving this ball quite well. Yes, they didn't finish the game like they started. It started out the gates extremely hot, but Kenny still looked great. 86 fantasy points right now. Only 83 attempts. You give this man a little bit more of the share of the carries from the backfield, and we're going to see that number continue to increase and unfold as we keep going. Right now for Kenny Walker, we got to keep or buy on the high. I'm telling y'all, we got to get these running backs. The way that they're dropping like flies, even CMC goes down with an oblique injury. We need running backs, and the waiver wire is surprisingly thin. I don't understand what's going on right now, but for right now, intents and purposes, you got to keep and buy high on a Kenny Walker because the value to return is going to continue to move up this board. Christian Kirk, wide receiver for these Jacksonville Jaguars. Duval, okay. Yeah, bad news. We saw Trevor Lawrence goes down with a knee. No indication he's going to miss any, massive amount of time. It is a short week. This week, I do believe they play on Thursday Night Football, so you got to see the injury report. And right now, the value to return on investment for Christian Kirk has been very good. He's on a +11 right now, where he was a ADP 29 wide receiver ranking number 18 right now. Okay, he's doing very well. His trend is on the rise, scored himself another touchdown, and he is one of these guys that continues the chemistry with Trevor Lawrence. Yes, this offense has been, quote-unquote disappointing for what we thought that they would be. Even though they did very well this past week, the rushing upside from a Travis Etienne did carry this squad, but Christian Kirk is still a favorite target of a Trevor Lawrence, and right now he's hovering around your wide receiver 2, low-end wide receiver 2-ish numbers, and you got to love it. 67 points right now. You can still sell this man on the high, trade him on the high right now, and I think that you could return some running back depth if you have wide receiver talent on your roster right now. Christian Kirk is definitely one of these guys that I would be looking to at least shop, see where the appetite is from other managers to snag a running back. I mean, this is the whole key. When you're trading your wide receivers, you're not looking to necessarily upgrade your wideout unless you're doing a combo trade, but it's about getting those running backs. We need these guys to continue to move forward as we enter week 7, but Christian Kirk has been good enough that we could sell him on the high right now, especially coming off that touchdown performance. Bree Hall, New York Jets. came to pass, came to fruition. The Jets said they were going to feed this man against the Philadelphia Eagles, and that's exactly what they did. As the game wore on, Bree started looking better and better. He's looked good coming off the ACL injury, so it is positive news. Like I said, typically coming off, I mean, it was quick. Don't get me wrong, I was a little shocked with how he came out the gates, but they still curtailed his carries. Now it's going to continue to move forward. Right now his ROI is only a +1, but that's because they put the shackles on him. He only has 66 attempts right now, but he's got a nice 426 yards, 6.5 on the average. This is good news. They're going to start continuing utilizing this man. Hearing rumors they are looking to shop a Dalvin Cook to get rid of any kind of doubt that Bree Hall, this is his backfield, and nobody's going to take it from him, obviously. But right now for Bree Hall, we require running backs. You got to keep a Brees or buy high. Yes, you're going to pay a premium for a running back such as Bree Hall, but it may be worth it in the long run. If you're desperate for running back depth and you need a true running back one, Bree Hall is one of these guys. Even with a Zach Wilson, we saw what they were able to do versus the Philadelphia Eagles. The defense is going to keep them in contest every single week, and Bree Hall is going to continue to run. He is definitely on the radar to buy high or keep. Christian Watson, okay, Green Bay Packers have not looked great the past couple of weeks. They started very well, and they got Christian Watson back from the injury. Right now his trend is kind of on the down, hasn't done a whole heck of a lot. The struggles with Jordan Love continue, but I think they're going to iron this thing out, man. They're coming off the bye week, and they should look a lot better. Yes, I told y'all, you're going to see them come out the gates extremely early. The tape is going to be out on a Jordan Love, and they're going to understand how to attack this Green Bay Packers offense. Now they're going to kind of flip it after the bye week, get some, these issues ironed out, wrinkles ironed out, and Christian Watson should be a big part of this offense moving forward. Even though he's got a great rapport, Jordan Love does, with a Romeo Doubs, and that rookie Reed is starting to pick up steam as well. They got to get the ball in the hands of the speedster because he is an absolute playmaker. Only 19 points on 11 targets is not terrible. He's already got one touchdown, but a 23.2 on the average per catch, so you get the ball in this man's hands, and he'll repay you in yak yard ability, or you go deep. He will try to score touchdowns for y'all, man. Christian Watson is a keep or buy low. You could get him pennies on the dollar right now, and as the Green Bay Packers continue to move forward, we will see the maturation for a Jordan Love continue to move forward in the next several weeks, so I am not out on this Green Bay Packers offense just yet. Once they get Aaron Jones back as well, it'll add another dimension to this offense that they fully require, and they desperately need an Aaron Jones back in this backfield. Ramondre Stevenson, Dre, what are we doing with Dre? Okay, his trend has been completely decimated on the down right now, -11 on the ROI. ADP was 11. He's ranked 22 right now, half PPR leagues. I do not like what's going on. I was a big supporter, big pusher of a Ramondre this offseason. He has not repaid us. We can basically call him a fantasy bust at this point. It has not looked good. However, I do got a green arrow on the trend rising because he got us 15 points this past week. So now is the opportunity. While I'm saying we require running backs, can we trust this New England Patriots offense? I do not think so. I think it's going to be complete disarray as they continue to move forward. They are not winning football games. Bill Belichick is clearly not happy. Could be on the hot seat from the rumors we're hearing, as Bobby Kraft is not happy with what is going on. So for Ramondre purposes, we expected, before I get into my evaluation, we expected the PPR upside to at least be better. 17 receptions is not terrible. I expected this to be in the 20s already because this is part of the MO. Dump it down, garbage time productivity. They're not even doing that right now, so it completely pulls back the value for a Ramondre. But coming off a 15-point game, we got to trade or sell high because I believe you can upgrade. Maybe we should just get out of the Ramondre sweepstakes right now and move on from it. Get a running back, get a wide receiver. Hopefully you can, pan out. He was likely drafted pretty high in your league, so you would have to get a running back in return. So my suggestion is package deal with a wide receiver and try to, flip some deck chairs and see what you can do to replace your running back and wide receiver with a Ramondre Stevenson. CeeDee Lamb, CD, my guy. Okay, it hasn't been great, but again, when we talk about CeeDee Lamb, it's been game script from these Dallas Cowboys. The defense that won them contests, they didn't have to utilize the offense as much, losing to the 49ers in the fashion that they did, so it has impacted CeeDee Lamb's fantasy football stock right now. He's on the ups and the downs. Yes, he still plays on Monday Night Football, so we will get a better version of what CeeDee Lamb is going to be, 100%, but I'm going to go with what we know today 57.4 points is not good. Only 35 targets, 27 receptions is not good. Only 1 TD. You got to start feeding this man, Dak Prescott. And I think this is the week on Monday Night Football we will see them force feed a CeeDee Lamb. So, I mean, once he is out, you got to understand right now he is on the low. So if he does have another, piss poor contest, his value is going to continue to move down. Wide receiver 5, he is ranked at 33 right now. Minus 28 on the ROI is definitely not good for one of the top, literally top 5 wide receivers in all of fantasy football. It is not good right now. You got to keep or buy low, and I understand he hasn't played yet, so the buy low may, change. The trend may change on a CeeDee Lamb after tonight's contest, but as we sit today, it is a keep or buy low. If it remains kind of like on the even kill, you will see it on Tuesday that you could still see him as a keep or buy low, but he could be a keep or, sell high. I'm still keeping a CeeDee Lamb at this point, even if he does blow up this week. Keeping him and then potentially trading for him is an option, but I still believe in CeeDee Lamb. I think he is a top 10 wide receiver in fantasy football, no kidding. Last one I got is Jonathan Taylor. JT, this is a problem, y'all. And okay, Anthony Richardson, rumor has it he's likely done for the season. They're investigating that shoulder. Could go down for some potential surgery, so it is going to be Gardner Minshew show in Indianapolis. Does devalue a lot of these talents, even though Minshew is a decent backup quarterback who can keep the offense moving. Jonathan Taylor right now, they're trying to get his football legs back under him. He hasn't played ball in quite some time. Zach Moss continues to have, sprinkles of touches. Even this past week, I believe he found his way into the end zone. So, I mean, JT right now, 12.9 fantasy points is not good. I had him on my bench this past week. Hope you guys did too. I mean, rank right now, 69. He is minus 50 on the ROI, but this is simply because he was on the pup. So we lost 4 games for a Jonathan Taylor. Right now, we got to see how this is going to pan out. He got a little bit more carries. We got to believe that next week he's going to get even more, and then his role will continue to move forward. He is too darn good to be kept in the stable, and you paid the man, so you're going to utilize the man. And I still do believe Zach Moss will have a role in this offense, which does scare a lot of owners on a JT, but he is a keep or buy low. Like I told you, we require running backs, and by the time we get to week 10, we should see the unveiling of a JT back to what we remember him being. So if you can definitely buy him low from a frustrated manager who has been holding out hope, and it hasn't panned out in the first 2 weeks, I'm absolutely buying a Jonathan Taylor because he could help us in the long run for the fantasy football postseason and finals. Jonathan Taylor, baby, we got to get those running backs, I'm telling y'all. But there you have it. That is this week's keeper trade. I understand, this is fantasy football. See, it's a war of attrition, man. It is never over till it's over because everything can change. We're heading into bye-week Armageddons and injuries keep popping, so it still is anybody's games as we enter week 7. But nevertheless, as always, don't forget to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, jump in those comments, give me your thoughts. Y'all keeping these guys? You trading these guys? What are you guys thinking? You got any trades you want to discuss? Throw them in the comments. I'll get back to y'all. But nevertheless, we'll see you next time. I am out.